What is going on, guys? Today's video we have the Levoit Vortex IQ 40. This is a $100 vacuum that you can get in a link in the description down below. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the review. So we've been using it basically every single day or every other day for here or there pickups or quick cleans and stuff like that. It's really easy and simple in order to do. Also, I do recommend getting a smart plug so you can actually have this in a charge cycle, so automatically charge, early in the morning from like 1 to 5 a.m. Some time where the energy is super cheap, so that way it's able to be fully charged and just charged all the time and always available whenever you need it. And we've never had to, worry about charging it because the battery capacity on it is very big. It has like a 4,000 milliamp capacity, which is very big considering that it lasts about 30 minutes if you were to use it non-stop, which helps to clean, a full living room and maybe 2 bedrooms. It actually adds up. We've done some crumbs, we've done stuff in the crevices and hair and wet hair, coins, just random junk that you just pick up in carpets or floors, countertops, anything like that. Since it does have multiple nozzles, you're able to get into countertops and crevices and other areas. You can do this in your car. I always use this as a car vacuum. I never had a car vacuum before. Normally you would have to go in a car wash and have to, use the hose and stuff like that. It's just a hassle. Like, you could just have one at your house, have a vacuum, have this, boom, you can vacuum it pretty much across the street or in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't matter. So yeah, there's just random stuff that this picks up, but it does a really good job when it comes to cleaning. It has a really nice LED light when you're using the longest hose nozzle or just the standard. I just wanted to label it as the standard. So whenever you do have that, it has an LED so you can easily see dust, debris, and everything like that you're picking up, and it's actually more helpful than you think because you can see what you've cleaned, what you've not cleaned, and certain areas that you need to get to before you actually continue on with the rest of the house or the rest of the area that you're cleaning. Now, I do have a smart vacuum, so I don't use just this every single day. I have a Ecovacs T8 Pro, which cleans around the house pretty much every single day, but sometimes it doesn't clean because it's obviously typical smart stuff. Long story short, whenever we need to clean it, such as if we're having guests over or something like that, and the vacuum doesn't get into a certain area or does something like this, it's good to I always use it in the hallway. We just easily swipe through a few passes and that's it. That's literally it. It's just super convenient. Now, the place that I mounted it on for the wall mount was a drywall, obviously. One of the screws actually that needed to be there fell off, so we're actually able to use these drywall anchors, which are very heavy duty, and we only used one, but it's super secure. All right, so for this demonstration, we have big chunks of chips, we have crackers, and we have oats, and we'll test out the same exact thing. So first we're going to go ahead and use the auto mode on the device itself. It looks like it does struggle a little bit, but auto mode basically changes it up to whatever needs to be sucked. Now we're going to go to the full volume, and you can see that it actually uses it with ease. It actually pushes some of the chips out and everything else, but as you can see, this is auto mode with the chunk version, so not as fine grained. It does struggle a bit on the auto mode, but on the high mode, it does easily use this without struggling. And the big chunks too, it did a little bit struggle, but not too much. It was perfectly clean. Considering that it's just like $100 vacuum, and this actually provides so much value for your money. Not a lot of vacuums nowadays actually are able to do that. They usually break off or something like that. This hasn't had any issues, and we're actually going to go ahead and show you the overview. Since this does have a washable filter right here, so it has these washable ones here that you can easily rinse off if you choose to keep using it, and the life expectancy is about a year. And the second filter is right here. It's a stainless steel version, so it'll basically be washable as well. It does get clogged at times because of the intake here and the design that this actually holds. So it does have like some clog issues sometimes. That's probably due to personal use because sometimes we forget to take out the garbage in here and it just accumulates over time. But it does have a one-touch button, so it's easy to empty, but sometimes you do forget, or you just, hopefully we'll see an upgrade in the future, but you can buy replacement batteries if you decide to use it, which is why it's swappable like this. The charge time is roughly around 5 to 6 hours. Look at this. Look how much hair it accumulated. Even with all this hair accumulated, it still was working really well. And we didn't even clean it before we did the testings, which we should have, and it probably would have helped. But you can easily press this button here to go ahead and release the cartridge, and it looks like it's a little stuck. There we go. And then you can easily clean it off very simply, but that's a lot of hair considering that we haven't cleaned it at all for 6 months. And there we go, very clean. This does have a 30-watt output, so that's basically the power that it will draw to be able to charge, but the actual capacity is 26,000 PA suction, and it's 400 watts of actual power. One thing I really also don't like is that whenever you do that, you can't really let it go. Just don't let it go, because it doesn't stand up on its own. So that's another thing that some stick vacuums have struggled with. So if you need to place it down somewhere, you have to place it on the floor. Otherwise, if you lean it on a wall, it most likely will fall. And by the way, Levoit makes also other stuff like this, air purifiers and other stuff. I've done reviews on most of them. So if you want to see more quality videos, I highly recommend checking out these videos here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. We out.